Well, good morning. It's Design with Sassy. And today we're going to do a scrapbook page. And I was going through and I picked out all these different pieces of artwork because I have a painting. My daughter and my granddaughter and I did a painting at church, and a bunch of other people, but I kept only our pictures for this particular project. And this is a 5 by 7 square, a 5 1/4 by 7 1/4 square, and this is a 3 by 5 1/2. Okay, because that's what I did the pictures at. It's actually a 3.25 by 5.25, so that I would have plenty of space. Now this here, when I pulled up paintbrushes, this came up, and I love it. It's a layout already done. The only thing is, it only has 2 pictures, space for 2 pictures. Yet I like the artwork on it. So what I want to do is I want to take this apart and use some of the pieces. I'm not going to use this one here that I'm moving around, so I'm going to X it off, and I'm not going to use this because I want to use this one. Okay, so I'm going to X this off, and I like this one with the colors and the paint, so I'm going to keep those. But this one we're going to take and, well, let's take these pieces and hide them over here. Okay, I've got the screenshot down to 75% so that we can get on as much as possible on this page and be able to look at it and move from there. But our page here, if we edit it, and we'll leave it square, it's going to be a 12-inch by 12-inch. Let's go 12-inch. Okay, so that's our 12 by 12. Now, as you can see, I'm not going to be able to fit a bunch of pictures, and I scrapbook a little bit differently than most people. I scrapbook and I put a ton of pictures. This page has to hold 5 pictures. So what we're going to do is, I like this. I want this piece of artwork here. I want the artist in training, and I don't know whether I'm going to go with this one here or whether I'm going to go with the colored one up here, because I really kind of like that colored one. So let's set it aside for now, and we are going to ungroup this. And when I ungroup it, I should be able to pull the pieces of artwork away. And as you can see, I'm really pulling it apart when I'm pulling the individual pieces apart. And I'm going to take and group this because we are going to use this here piece right here. So we will group it. The artist in training, let's move this, and move this, and move this, and move this. And what I do is I just work with the whole page. I want to get the pictures around. Now I have got a 5 by 7, which is a picture of us 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 5 by 7 mat that I made and get it over here, and I want to arrange this and move it to the front. Okay, but I think what I'm going to do is, I like this little design behind it. So I think I'm going to drop it down a little bit and grab this artist in training. And I'm going to group those together as soon as I can get it together. I don't want to play with these little pieces. On my scrapbooks, I try to make it as easy as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to group this so that they're back together and I can't pull them apart again. I'm going to change the colors of this, and then after I change the colors of this, I'm going to flatten it and print it out, okay? Now, let's see. Let's do this like that, right here. Put the artist in training right above here, and we'll change the background colors a little bit. We'll move this one down a hair so that It lines up like that. Then, where I have got a 5 by, well, basically a 3 by 5 card. Let's get this one out. That's not right. Oh, we can do that. We can set this like that. This is where the picture is going to be. And I'm not going to print these. This is where the picture is going to be. This is kind of like a mat. And because of the number of pictures I want to run, I'm not going to run a mat behind them. So we'll have one of those. We'll copy. Let's look at the size of this first. I've got this as a 5 by 7. This is the one I should have grabbed. Bring this to the up here. Bring this over here. This is the one that I should have had. This is the 3 by 5. And I can mat this one. So let's arrange, move to front. We're going to need this right here. Move to front, arrange, move to front. We can take the bottom off there. And we're only going to get a couple pictures on this. Now, the girls and I are standing. I don't know if I still have that picture up. I don't. Okay, we won't bother with that. If I do the 3 of us, and then I was going to do a single, 3 singles. We can put 1 single in here. We'll put one of them in here, and I'll just have to cut it and place it in here. Okay? See what I'm saying? In this here square, we're going to put a picture inside of that. And then I'll have to dump my picture again and run it in a smaller frame, or I'll have to cut it to fit within this here frame. See what I'm saying? Then let's take another one of these, and we're going to copy and paste. And there'll be enough for 1 picture of each of us. This will be going on kind of in front of us. 1 and paste. It's the same thing. Paste. And we will paste it right here. Okay? So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures. There's 5 pictures. Now what we want to do is right here, and we're going to do this separately, but I'm going to set it on here to give us an idea of what the layout looks like. And we're going to take this and we're going to move it right in here. And we'll kind of tilt it a little bit. Okay? And since it's a scrapbook, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten it. So all I have to do is cut out the one thing and put it in there. And in here, we're going to get rid of this. We don't need this one. Ah, what happened? Almost lost it. Oh, my display driver stopped responding. This new computer, it just lets you know right away when something's up. But I always jump. Do I want to put another brush here? Not this one. We'll X and we'll use this one. We'll put it right in here. Okay. Now, let's see what that looks like. It looks pretty good. And it's a 12 by 12. We'll move this in a little bit closer. because it's got to be in the thing, and we're going to move it in front. Arrange, move it in front, I do believe. If we're too much in front of someone's face, then I'll move it behind this picture. Or what I can do is, let's move this picture over a little bit. Take out the brush. Take out the brush, put it like that. There we go. Get this, oops. Get this. Move it over there. Get this back, it's going to lay in front. Now, take this. And we're going to move this in front. And this is all I do, is I get my whole page laid out in front of me. So I know where things are going to go, and I just cut it out. Now on this particular one, I'm going to cut out these because they're actual mats. Okay? Now if the picture, because of the artist in training, and I should be lifting it up a hair more. Artist in training, okay. If the artist in training is covering someone's face or head or something, what we'll do is we'll bring this to the front. Arrange, move to the front, and drop this down a little bit. See what I'm saying? We'll drop that down, arrange this, we'll move to the front. And you can still manipulate your pictures by having this come here, and we can cut the picture itself a little bit smaller. That's the beauty of doing a scrapbook, is the pictures, we can cut them and crop them smaller, or we can use our printer and run them out again. Now this one, we might be able to go a little bit wider. I don't see why we don't, just so it looks good. There, that looks a little neater. And this one, we're going to put a box on it. Insert shape, a square, and let's get the square right where it belongs, right here. Move it over a little bit and bring it and unlock it, bring it down, and then we're going to take and we're going to turn it a little bit like that. Looks like we got to go a little bit wider. Turn it and turn it a little bit more, and see how that fits right in. And we'll what do I want to do? I want to take this square and I want to make it the same color as the others, so that they all cut at once. And I've got my screen. And the artist in training, we're going to flatten that, so that is just a cut. But we're going to change the color of this. I'm going to unflatten this. We're going to change the color because it just kind of lays in there. Artist in training. Okay, let's find the artist in training. We're going to take this one and we're going to bring it up to black. And we're going to take the back one and go more of a bright teal. See that? Then we're going to grab the two of them. One. Because they're still grouped together. And we are going to flatten them. Flatten, set, and look how much brighter they are. They will stand up more, stand out more. See what I'm saying? Okay. Now we've got those. We'll all cut out in the same size. This one's already flattened, and I do this all the time on just my scrapbook pages. Or if I'm sending out a child's card, some of the artwork I'll flatten. But as far as this goes, and we're going to move this like this, and we will move it wherever it needs to move. We'll set it on the thing there like that. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. In just a matter of minutes, as you see, I can take something I liked, and I was expecting to do the whole thing and just maneuver, but what I wanted was this piece of artwork right here. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, that's all we have to do. Join us and get your layout done and run that, and we'll check out how we all do. And everyone, you just take a subject that you have pictures for. I just have these because we recently did these and it was so much fun, and so I can do all the pages. If I do all the ladies in there, I would probably end up in a book by itself. So I thought what I would do is I would run just the 3 of us girls that went there and do our pictures. So, and I ran out 5 pictures, and I've got a spot for 5. And see how, I mean, there's lots of ways, and there's lots of scrapbook pages already made for you in Design Space. What you have to do is, if you want to use those same designs, which I just showed you how to do, you just maneuver it to what you need. Most of them are like 1, 2, 3 pictures tops, and I'm sorry, but I need more than 3 pictures on a page, because I take a ton of pictures, and I like my pictures. I like them, so I run as many as I can, because I can't throw away a face of one of my cute grandchildren. Just can't do it. I'm sorry. So this way we have lots and lots of pictures in our family. Be sure to save it. And I hit save, and it's going to come up. What do you want to name it? And I'll do the artist in training. Okay, and then when you go to print it, and I don't know if it's going to print on this because I don't have it on Chrome right now. I pushed the go button, but it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. No, it's not going to go anywhere because I saved it first beforehand. I have to just go back into Chrome at this point. You are all set. Design with Sassy. Get your scrapbook pages done, and let's see what they look like. Run a page so we can see what you did, okay? Thank you for joining us today with Design with Sassy. Bye now.